Free my bro Mac. Free Lil Mac. Free Lil Mac. My Glock ain't no knife in the club. Fucking wife in the club.
What is going on?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
On.
How was your quarantine going?
We're here. We're living through music. That's all we can do right now.
Yeah, no, everything's crazy right now. Everything's crazy. Everything's all we could do is pretty much be home and, you know, do what we do over the internet, and that's really it right now.
Hello from Australia. All right. So
wow.
Before we get into things, I want to say happy birthday to you. Can you
thank you.
Birthday
Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Right now, more than ever, you know, with everything going on, uncertainty, we just lost, you know, a legend to the culture, and happy birthday, because we just don't know, like, it's uncertain right now.
No, definitely. R.I.P. Fred the Godson. R.I.P. Fred the Godson. First and foremost, definitely. It's not like I can't say we were like best friends, but I met him before, you know. He seemed like a cool dude, so definitely.
I'm the type of person, like, I don't even fucking care if it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Like, I'm that weirdo. You don't know me, and I'm in your comment section like happy birthday.
Nah, it's all good.
Because I've lost so many people. That I'm just like, I don't care. Like, happy birthday. Like, the fact that we even made it this far.
Yep. No, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful out here.
So I want to ask you, how have you been dealing with quarantine? Like, were you one of the naysayers at first that were like, this is bullshit? Or like from the jump, you're like, this is something serious?
Honestly, I took it, the first like week or two, I took it serious. But after I started seeing that, you know, there were people actually losing their lives from it, then I started taking it like I was already taking it serious. But after there was like confirmations of people that were dying and stuff like that. And we're here, I'm in New York. So this is like the epicenter for it. Like, it was really crazy out here. So it was to the point where you can't do much. You know what I'm saying? We're all stuck in the house. So, you know, things are pretty shut down. So it kind of was a little whack for me in the sense that I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. Like, I've been trying to do new videos and things like that. You know, we can't be in the studios and all that type of stuff. Everything is pretty shut down. So, and even with everything going on, it's like I didn't want to release much without having videos to put behind it. So, and we had a lot of things that we've had scheduled that we're supposed to get done. A lot of videos we're supposed to get done, but right now we're just trying to wait for this for the quarantine to calm down so that we can get together, because, you know, we don't want to shoot a video that's that doesn't have the vibe that we really usually put out there. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't do videos that are just me by myself. You know, we bring the people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get, you know, we show love for the people that show love to us. So when it's a video, it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of people getting together, having them, you know, it's a vibe. It's a good time. You know, we throw on a party. So I didn't want to do something that wasn't us.
Yeah. I agree with that, because I see that you guys have your 151 gang. So it doesn't make sense to not have the squad in your videos. But I didn't mean to dig so deep so early, but you did bring it up, and I'll just ask you now. She said do a video in Australia. I want to ask you now, in terms of like, do you feel you're an artist that you need the visual to go alongside with your tracks, or do you feel like it's not a must for you? You can package it differently, because a lot of, you know, rappers, you have different ways that you package it and bring it out to your clientele. So do you feel that's the most effective way for you?
Repeat that again, because it was actually breaking out a little. I couldn't hear the whole question. Say it again.
No problem, no problem. So like, you're saying you need the visuals to kind of go with your songs, in a sense. Do you feel
not
that's
that
for you, or?
I think at my level, visuals are important. I want people to get engaged with what I'm doing. So putting out the music is cool and they can feel that. But when they see what we're doing, I think that brings a different level of interest for people. So I like to show them what I'm doing. And not only that, show them what I'm doing with my real life. I'm not lying about what I'm talking about. If you see it in the videos, we're doing what we're talking about, you know?
I can respect that. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. So, this is my first time obviously speaking with you, so I know a lot of new people are going to be checking this out, etc. So let's start a
Right.
little bit further back. What inspired you to even get in touch with music? Were you always was that always a decision of yours to like be an artist? I know through your music you speak on like being a part of that street life. So did something happen to maybe sway you more to that side, or what's the story?
Right. I was always interested in music since I was a kid. I always loved hip hop, loved music, and even when I was in high school, I DJ'd. So I was always involved with music.
What was your DJ name?
I always, I actually had a few. I still use Shadow.
Okay,
I
so
still use Shadow though. Yeah,
okay.
I still use Shadow, but this is before we had 151 the Bully Gang and all that. You know, that hadn't manifested yet, so it was just Shadow at that point. But I was DJing in high school, and then I got into a few other things. You know, I started honestly getting, you know, just deeper with the street stuff and just kind of left the music, you know, in the rear, getting in trouble in the streets until at some point I actually I got shot. And when I got shot, after that, when I was getting better, you know, to try to transition out of the streets, we started getting into the music.
So, sometimes it's disappointing for me, like being on this side of things, you know. We're based downtown. Oh, my apologies. I'm gonna text this out as we're talking here. I got so caught up talking to you and just, you know, making sure we acknowledge it's your born day that I did not do what I was supposed to do, which was let people know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's your handle is 151.shadow, correct?
Yep, 151.shadow.
Perfect. So downtown is an acronym. We do stand for don't waste no time with negativity. And that is where from a place, because you know we are based in the state and Toronto, and there's a lot of violence going on. We're next door to you guys, so you kind of have the idea of what I'm talking about, and it's discouraging for me as like a media personnel that there's so many dope youth, so many people within the city that I've either had interviews set up with them and unfortunately I heard they passed away or they got incarcerated or things like that. So how do you do those type of things, and is that something that you're now taking into consideration when it comes to your career? Because that makes a lot of people feel discouraged into wanting to even get that interview, because we want people that are serious about the craft.
Right.
So
for me, I definitely take the music serious. And it's not like I want to get involved in any of those type of situations ever again. I try to do what I can to take the proper precautions to not get into those type of predicaments ever again.
Yeah.
But at the same time, coming from the element that I come from and being around the things that I came up around, it's something like that element will always be around. You know what I'm saying? So even not being involved, that element will still be around. I just hope that I can keep myself safe and out of whatever, you know, negative predicaments that could ever come up or could have been a possibility. You know, and that's why we're doing this though, like I said, to try to stay away from that rather than be out there doing, you know, negative things. You know, we're trying to be inside of a studio working or, you know, on a stage somewhere, traveling, you know, not doing those things.
That's real. And I appreciate that because it's, as I said, it is discouraging. And I rather see people like yourself or, you know, I always like to see the underdog come up and win. So it's very discouraging when we're rooting for someone like that and it doesn't work out, right?
No, definitely. Sad situations, definitely sad situations when some of these kids pass early like that, you know, for sure.
So
no, we definitely don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. We definitely don't condone that.
Definitely. And what do you have to say to those young people that may be like idolizing or glorifying that aspect of your life and not realizing all the pain and struggle that came behind that?
Honestly, it's hard to speak on it when you've done it, because it's hard to tell somebody not to do something that you've done, but at the same time, I'll tell them to just be careful, you know, be careful about what you're doing, you know, and if it's something that you honestly really feel you want to be involved with, you know, you're gonna go through the negative situations that come out of that. Like, there's only two things that come out of that, and they're not lying when they say that. You know, you're gonna either end up in jail, you're gonna end up dead. I got lucky to somehow slip through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? I got shot through the back of my head. It came out of under my jaw, broke my neck. I was paralyzed and everything. It went through my arm, out of my elbow, through my hand.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was paralyzed. You know, you don't want to go through these type of situations. I mean, either you're gonna have some type of obstacle you're gonna have to overcome that will be major if you deal with this type of lifestyle. So I suggest not being a part of it, honestly. If you have any type of opportunity to not be a part of it, I'd say not to, because eventually you will regret it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's sad because then a lot of those young people sign up for that, not realizing when you owe something, you really do, or when you know, so many scenarios. So
yeah,
for saying that and acknowledging that, I was hoping that
yeah.
would be your view. So I'm grateful for that, because unfortunately, RIP to Pop Smoke.
RIP Pop Smoke. RIP to Pop Smoke. We were actually we're very close with a lot of people in that camp and around, you know, their crew. So RIP Pop.
RIP Pop. And I'm happy you are here today, because without that situation, we would not have 151 Shadow. So
Facts.
Oliver,
Thank God. You know, I thank God every day.
Facts.
Definitely
Okay, so
God.
the 151 Bully Gang, how did that come together? Was that something that kind of just progressed from something else?
Definitely progressed from other things. So, you know, like I said, we were actually out here, you know, moving around in the streets, and we had a dog crew though that was called Lost Borough Bullies. And we were breeding bullies. And so that's where the name the Bully Gang came from, 151 the Bully Gang. And it was out of the dog crew. No, it's okay. We were the only two rappers out of the dog crew. So we just wanted to come up with a name that we thought would be representative of what we were gonna, you know, bring to the game. We were always known for being around the dogs. We were breeding them like crazy. So then 151, if you remember, 151 Bacardi was like the strongest liquor out. So the group was me and my brother. So we figured 151, we have the strongest bond that you could have. We're real blood brothers, you know. And then the Bully Gang, we always got the dogs. So 151 the Bully Gang, and that's where we came up with that.
I like that name so much more now that I know a bit more of the history behind it.
Yeah, no, it didn't mean like backyard bullies or something, or like after school bully, nothing like that. We don't condone bullies like that. We don't condone that type of bullying. But we love the bullies. We love the dogs.
I'm getting all the hard questions out of the way. Okay?
Yeah, no, go ahead. So, feel free.
I have to ask, in my position, I'd just be ridiculous not to ask you this. What do you have to say to people that may accuse you of trying to like appropriate Black culture or trying to...
Oh, yeah, you know what? That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. Honestly, I think that's an ignorant point of view, because I'm not appropriating anything. I'm a fan of the things I'm a fan of. And honestly, I think that anybody that is a fan of that culture or this culture should be happy for every person that's involved with it and wants to be involved with it, because that brings more light and attention and money to the situation. If I'm a fan of this culture, I'm going to be bringing money to it, because I'm going to, whether I'm doing things myself and trying to make money with it, I'm still going to spend money on the culture. I go to concerts. I buy albums. You know what I'm saying? So I think anybody would be dumb to turn down money, right?
Yes and no, right?
In a sense, I get it. In a sense, that's not all money is good money, but at the same time, you know, I don't know.
I just feel like
like I said, I don't think I appropriate. I also come from New York and everything like that, where like, you know, hip hop, this is where hip hop started. You know what I'm saying? So like, for me, it's just like in me. Like I came up around this. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to this music since I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? Even in my household, I used to hear my mom might have had on Tupac. My dad had on Biggie and Mace and Puff Daddy and all that stuff. You know, like I came up hearing this. You know, my dad had old records of Curtis Blow and, you know, all this type of, you know, all these things. I grew up listening to this music. So this was just me, you know?
And I appreciate that, because a lot of times my thing is just the person at home. Obviously, we're not going to get the exact artist that we see on the phones and videos in real life.
Right.
But just to know that somewhere within you have that real cloth of like what you're trying to promote. Not like Tekashi 6ix9ine in a sense where we found out he wasn't really representing anything that he had in his life. Right?
1,000%. 1,000%. And that's one thing though.
Yeah.
Never push agendas that aren't factual, or mention scenarios that aren't real, or make myself out to be something that I'm not. But I'm also not going to sell myself short from what I am as well. So I just try to keep it real with everything. And for me, anybody could check my Carfax. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. They can ask about me anybody can ask about me where I come from, and you're going to pretty much hear the same thing from everybody. It's just that way. So I've never really felt any way about that because I know how I carry it,
So if you don't mind me asking, someone in the comments here asked what your nationality is. Do you mind?
That's actually a really good question. You guys would never guess. I'm actually Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. Nobody. Yeah.
You know who else fooled me with that? And I had no idea. Lil Pump.
You know what? Yeah, I don't. I don't really know much about Pump.
No, neither do I.
But I can see it.
Not really the people that I subscribe to, but that was just another shocker for me where I really thought he was full blown. Okay, so Puerto Rican, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. My brother actually looks like he's Guyanese. We don't look anything alike. He's dark. He looks like Guyanese. My sister looks like she's Pocahontas.
That happens.
They got some color in them. Me, I came out how I did. I got the blue eyes and everything though.
So you recently or this year you dropped your debut project, your debut album.
Yes. Yeah.
What I know for an artist to even come out with that first baby, it's a lot of work. So what was that process like for you putting that together? What was the inspiration?
The inspiration honestly was the title of the album or the tape. It was just to taking off. Like I wanted to just use it as my launching pad on to take off in this game. This was my first statement piece. I had came out with the group projects and the group singles and stuff like that before, and this was me trying to show the world that I could make a great body of music on my own. I love doing music with other people, and I love doing music with my brothers, whether it's my actual brother that, we have our group, or anybody else that I do my music with that I enjoy making music with. But I wanted to show the world that I could do my own thing and I could stand on my own 2 feet,
Do you feel that you did that?
For sure. 1,000%.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely. And there's way more to come. Way more to come, but definitely I'm definitely just trying to, put my feet in the cement, make my mark.
Okay, so one of the standout tracks, I'll say obviously the obvious one, which I feel like you knew that as well, why you made it the single in the club.
In the club, yeah.
Really love the vibe of that song. You got like, even if you don't know the lyrics, you're automatically wanting to dance, pop bottles, like it carries a great energy. So when I saw the video, I was like, lit, right? So
it was lit.
How did that like come about? Why the lime green mask? Like,
you know what? That's my bro. That was a song with me and my brother, Lil Mac from GS9. I don't know if you're familiar with GS9.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're definitely tied in with GS9 and a bunch of the other crews that are, coming up out of Brooklyn. I don't know if you're familiar with 504 and an 804 inside.
Yes.
But we're real tied in with 804 inside. Yeah. So we're tied in with 804 inside and GS9 and a couple of those crews out there in Brooklyn. And me and Mac we just have energy. Like me and Mac have a great chemistry. So like that's how we move. We just turn up. Whether it's a stew session, it could have been a stew session. It could be a video. No matter what, we were always gonna turn up. It's bottles popping, everybody's coming together, laughing, having a good time, smoking, and just we're just vibing. We're a vibe. It's a movie.
So in the track, you discuss a lot of things that happen in the club, outside the club, pre-club. But I want to ask you, what is one of the craziest things you've ever witnessed inside the club?
Oh my God. I've witnessed crazier things in the club than out the club.
Right?
That's for sure. The craziest thing I ever witnessed, man, I don't know. I don't know how. how
Go there.
This
Go
thing
there.
is. I don't know.
Let's do it. It's your
Yeah, how explicit this is.
Day.
Damn, in the club. What was the craziest thing I've ever seen? Because I've seen some like brawls in the club. Girls getting a little too crazy in the club. You know
all
what I'm
the
saying?
time. That's like a little regular.
Girls getting down in the club. You know? Man, craziest thing I've ever seen in the club. Shit. I feel like it had to be one of the times that we turned up when we went out. You know? We were going to a lot of club appearances that we were getting booked because we were on the radio like last year and the year before that. And yeah, we were tearing the clubs up. Yeah, we were tearing the clubs up.
I've seen a monkey in the club. That was crazy.
That is dope. That is dope. You know what? Actually, craziest thing I might have seen in the club was somebody in a fur costume. All right, fur costume swinging from the ceiling, straight up swings.
This was in New York.
This is in New York. Club. What was it? Show. Club
like
show.
LA shit, but that was in New York.
Club show. It was out of control. It looked like the scene out of Bad Boys 2.
Oh,
that's what it looked like.
Shit.
It was looking like that. It was crazy. And they were playing our music in the club that night. They were playing our music in the club, and actually DJ Camilo from Hot 97 was playing at that club.
What was that feeling like? Like, where was the first place you've heard your track outside of like you and your, somewhere where you felt like, wow?
Yeah, actually, the first time I ever heard my track outside of that, I had two like what felt like monumental experiences for us, for me at least. First one was hearing our records in the clubs. So we started getting linked in with other, DJs that were doing the clubs and doing the radios. And
don't skip over.
We had DJ
artists that they struggle with that. They don't know what to do in between that. So what was that? How do you get like a DJ to play your track in the club without making them feel pressured? Yeah. The whole house, everything like that. What is that like?
Right. It was awesome. It was awesome. To be honest, it's hard work. You got to put in the work to get to where you want to be. You know, so this game, I noticed that it wasn't like it was just gonna happen. You gotta make it happen. So you gotta go and email these DJs. You better run down on them. Go wait outside the radio stations. Whatever you want to do. If you want to make it happen, you can't take no for an answer. Yeah. If they don't let you in the front door, go around the back. And if that's closed, you better go and climb in the window. If you want to get in this industry, this isn't an easy industry to get into. So, yeah, it's how bad you want it. I want it bad enough that I'm willing to do whatever it takes. You see what I'm saying? To get to where I want to be. So, the first time we ever heard it was DJ Absolute from Hot 97. He was playing our records in the club. So, we started coming out to some strip clubs he was doing out here in the city. And he would play our records in the clubs. And we were gaining a little traction with that. But then where it really went crazy, are you familiar with Funkmaster Flex from Hot 97?
I don't think you know what's happening on this side. I'm definitely aware of Funk Flex and Hot 97.
Okay. So
most definitely. Yeah.
So Funk Flex, one day I'm in the shower and all of a sudden my brother comes to the door, banging on the door. Hurry up, get out. They're playing one of our records on Hot 97. Funk Flex is dropping bombs and running it back, dropping bombs on it, shouting us out. Yeah.
Flex bombs
it was actually
on your shit. That's solidified.
Yeah, that was crazy. We had New York going crazy. We were shutting it down, and at the time we had just gotten tied in with D Block, Jadakiss and Styles P, those guys.
Yeah.
So they kind of mentor us in the game, and
that's
Jada's main engineer, Dazel, the Machine. He also does a lot of their beats as well. He actually did Dave East and Styles P's Beloved tape, and he actually produced the first song on there. And Dazel's actually like an uncle to me. He's like family. And we had just started recording with them. And they kind of made that our home studio. They liked our music. And they said, listen, make this your home studio. And kind of like, they wanted us, I guess, to keep an eye on us.
Mm-hmm.
And Dazel had it felt like our first initiation, actually. That song, that was our first song on the radio. Because we had just started going there and they liked the music. And one day, Dazel hits us up. And he's like, listen, because we were asking them, what should we do to make more noise in the game? They said, well, in order to make more noise, why don't you drop a tape that'll make you guys look more serious about it? And this is me and my brother at the time doing our, the group thing.
Yeah.
So Dazel hits us up, and he goes, listen, I want to be a part of your tape. I'm going to give you guys a beat. I want you to do it. So at the time, I'm like, you know, right now, I pretty much freestyle my songs. At the time, I was writing everything. So I'm like, all right, send me the beat so I could just write to it. He's like, no, like, come in and do it. And I think what they had wanted to see, they had seen us, but they were like, yo, let's see their process. Like, are they having people write for them, or are these guys really coming up with this music on their own? So they had us come in. They didn't want us to write nothing and get the beat. They were like, come in, listen, and write here type thing.
Yeah.
So we went in there, listened to the beat, wrote to it, laid it down, and the song actually features Dice Payne, who's a D Block artist actually, and he's on the hook.
I did see that.
And yeah, and that was our first song that ever hit the radio, and it was on the radio for about 3 months every night, at least 2-3 times a night. That's so it was really that was really dope.
Of that moment, so that's huge, and don't ever like let that.
It was huge, and we actually also made Hot 97's weekly top 10 with that song as well. And then on top of that, actually after that for a little while, then I don't know if you're familiar with who Vado is from Harlem.
Yeah.
But Vado hopped on a remix of it, and then that was on the radio for like another month or two.
Quite a while, so.
Yeah, you know, I definitely looked up to Vado. So you know, that was something that felt crazy to have somebody that we looked up to for a long time and listen to his music coming up, hopping on one of our records, you know, and it getting on the radio and stuff like that, and seeing the way he reacted to it too was really cool, because he was happy that we had a song on the radio with him and he was getting the airplay, so it was really cool. It was really cool.
What kind of goals you really want with people in life? Like, I don't know about other people, but it's all about elevating and progressing and being better in life. So when you have people surrounding you and they're able to co-sign you and they appreciate what you're doing, and it's not just like some real OGs, that's not something easy to come by. What does that feel like for you to have such, like, because those are people that I'm assuming yourself and myself, we grew up with that generation of hip hop.
Grew up listening to, for sure.
All of that. So what is that like for you to have that cosign and respect and even being invited into their energy and their presence?
It feels crazy, to be honest, because like you said, these are people that, you know, I idolized growing up, you know, definitely looked up to in every way. And so to even just be in their presence doing this, at first felt like surreal. It was like, this can't be happening. Like, what? And then it got to the point where it's like, we're doing studio sessions. Jadakiss walks in and, you know, he's knocking our stuff. He'll critique it a little bit. He, you know, having a slice of pizza, smoking with us and chilling. And we're like, wow.
They don't have
like,
to. They don't have to.
Yeah, it just became like second nature now at this point. Like, we're just, you know, we're around them all the time and everything. So, you know, it's really, it's really dope to see, you know, ourselves get embraced by people that we definitely idolized and everything like that, you know. They're legends for out here where we're from. You know, we're from Westchester, you know, where they're from as well, you know. So it's huge. It's huge to have that cosign for sure.
How important is, like, showing respect and being, like, humble in the game to you?
I think that's a big thing, actually. I think you got to always show respect to the people that came and paved the way before you. You know, because you got to learn from them in order to do better than them, too. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the whole purpose of doing things. I think, you know, and then at some point, you know, when I'm a veteran, I think I should be trying to also teach the kids that come up after me the same way. You know, like, hey, listen, learn from my mistakes and do better than me. I always want to see the people that come behind me do better than I did. I want to do great, but I want to see you do better. You know what I'm saying? You're coming up behind me. So you should be able to learn from my experiences as well with your own. You know what I mean? So
it's ridiculous.
I think it's big to know also, you need to know the history of something. If you want to master something, I think you need to know the history. So you should understand what went on. Like, I've done my history. I've done my research. You know, I remember when I was young, I just kept going back in the timelines of hip hop. I would go back and listen to all the old Nas and, you know, whether it was Biggie or whoever it was going to be, Pac, anybody else, even other people, you know, it didn't matter who it was. But, you know, I definitely paid attention to you know, the history of hip hop for sure.
So another track, which is actually my personal fave on the album. So I'd love to know the story or history behind this one. Wasn't Fair. I resonate with that track. I like the realer tracks where I feel like you're really
you like the feeling. You like that feeling.
Yeah, I like when you get to know who the artist is a bit more. And I felt like you were more really digging into yourself and like what you've gone through.
You're right.
What was the
That
story
was more of a
behind
heartfelt song. More emotion behind that song.
Definitely.
That song was really written because of people that I felt like I was leaving in the past at the time. You know, that whole taking off, name of the tape and everything was also because I felt like I was taking off from, you know, the people that I needed to leave in the past and negative situations I needed to leave in the past. So, Wasn't Fair definitely was a song that came from just feeling like I had people who tried to make things hard for me or didn't, you know, support when they could have, and they take all the handouts from me, but not, you know, give nothing, not try to help me out at all when I needed it. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of like letting them know, hey, listen, I'm here and I'm doing my own thing and I'm gonna do it with or without you. You know what I'm saying? So life could not be fair, but I'm cool with that. It didn't need to be fair. I'm gonna win anyway. You know what I'm saying? You never choose how you win anything. You know what I'm saying? You just win. You can't choose how you win, but I know that I'm gonna. You know, that's for sure.
Facts. Yeah, like even the other verse, one of the other verses on the track where we spoke on it a bit earlier when you were shot in your head before.
Right,
and
right.
Obviously that's not something regular that people go through. So what
Yeah.
made you feel okay? Or like some people, I can tell you, some people things happen to and they go ghost, you never hear from them again. What made you decide to put that into your music and let that be a part of your story and letting people know that that is not something that you're going to allow to stop you?
Because when I make my music, I'm expressing who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? And who I am, I don't, like I said, I'm never trying to overshoot who I am or make myself out to be something I'm not, but I can't take any less. I'm not going to take any shorts either. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the shooting was just something that I went through, and it's definitely a part of things. It made me move different. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you know, it's a testimony to me overcoming things. You know, I'm not going to ever let something, like you said, keep me down. So it's just, I want to let people know that if I could get through that, you could get through anything. You see what I'm saying? I was paralyzed. I had to relearn how to walk, relearn how to write. So for me, I'm just trying to let everybody know that no matter what you got, you know, what obstacles you have ahead of you or that you're up against, you could overcome that shit. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is reach down in you. You got to just pull that strength out. You know what I'm saying? And just find it inside of you to never let anything stop you. Anything that is put there to stop you, it should be nothing but a speed. It should be nothing but a speed bump. You know, and I mean that in the sense that it could slow you down, but you go over that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's all that does. It's not going to be something that stops you. Nothing should ever stop you. Nothing should ever make you quit. The only thing that's going to make me stop is death. And, you know, I'm hard to kill, so they're going to have to keep trying that shit.
I really admire your confidence. Like, where does that come from? Were you always like this confident? And obviously being in the music industry, you know how important it is to have thick skin. So especially being a white boy in this industry, you definitely have to have thick skin. So
yeah,
where does
you
this
got to have thick
confidence
skin.
come from? Well, you're not a white boy.
Just
You
comes from,
clarified
honestly,
that. But yeah. We've
the
clarified
confidence.
that.
Yeah, no, the confidence comes from all the things that I had to overcome. So for me, I'm like, I gave myself a reason to be confident. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like all the things that I've had to overcome made me confident. You know, I've overcome a lot of different things. You know, the shooting was just one of them. You know, I've had plenty of obstacles that I had to overcome in my life, and everything that I've had to achieve in my life, I feel like I had to claw for. I had to really dig for it. You know what I'm saying? I had to work 10 times harder to get everything that I have. So for me, I feel like I just gave myself a reason to be confident, and I worked hard to be confident. You know, it didn't mean that I didn't have confidence before, but I know that I progress, you know, and I strive to be better. So I don't know. And I know I got good product. I know who I am. I'm confident in the person I am. I'm happy with who I am. Doesn't mean I'm content with who I am, but I'm okay with me.
Yeah.
There's certain people who don't feel comfortable in their own skin. I know who I am. So yeah, I got a thick
You look
skin.
in the
Like I'm
mirror,
not worried
you're
about
happy.
no comments. Yeah. I don't worry about what people got to really say about me if they're not doing anything for me, you know? I do what I do, and I know that I keep it solid, you know. So
I'm not sure if you're into podcasts or you watch the Joe Budden podcast.
I do actually. I love the Joe Budden podcast. Love it.
Same over here in Toronto. So last night they had the Little Wayne versus Fabulous mixtape series, and
oh wow, okay.
it was on live, and shit was crazy. I'm assuming probably you know it's a lot going on. You were in the studio and things like that. But in that, they were just doing mixtape alone. So who would you take on that?
Ooh, that is that's like asking who's my favorite kid. Because I love Fab for life. Fab will always be one of my favorites for life. That's no question. But Lil Wayne to me was also one of the best rappers alive during a certain period of time.
Facts.
Wayne was one of the best rappers alive. So to me, he was the best rapper alive for a period of time.
Definitely.
So that's a really hard decision. But damn, as much as I love
it's like overall Lil Wayne always takes the time.
Yeah,
Lil Wayne. Whoever said that is right. Lil Wayne. Yeah. I'm sorry. I love
that's actually my manager and my little sister. 151 T Rose. 151 T Rose.
Quarantine.
Yeah, we're quarantining and chilling.
That's good. But like, it's not out of disrespect. It was kind of similar to the Teddy, Riley and Babyface. It's just, Babyface is gonna eat that.
Yeah, like, yeah. You're right.
Like growing up in a time of seeing Lil Wayne's evolution and from Rhapsody in the Basement, all of those moments that we witnessed coming up, like Fab was there, but not as many.
Yeah, no, you're right. So Lil Wayne.
Sorry there, I think it chipped out a bit.
Am I good still or no?
Are you seeing me okay?
Yeah, I'm seeing you okay. I don't know if you're
all right, I'm seeing you now. Yep.
Okay. I had to plug you in.
No problem. We're all trying to adjust to this Instagram live thing and tag. It's like a whole learning process for everyone, clearly. So, all right. But yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of other battles being anticipated or kind of being done, and either way, I'd love to see it. It's a beautiful thing because it's educational for those who have not done their history lesson.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely good to show the kids that didn't know about it, the music that they missed out on, and that they sometimes got to go back and listen to this stuff, because these are things that you can also find inspiration from. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in order to know where something is going, you got to know where it's been. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, history always has a way of repeating itself as well. So I feel like if you want to understand the sound the best, and I feel like you'll know more of what sound you really want to create, or what sounds you really like if you go ahead and check out what's out there. You're not going to know what you really like if you only eat one thing every day and you never try anything else.
Facts.
So you definitely want to try other things. Definitely. I think it's very good for the people to bring back some of the things that we knew as legendary, because I think with the new technology age and everything is so fast paced, nowadays a mixtape is old a week later. They call something I see people putting up throwback pics from 6 months ago. They say throwback. Flashback Fridays, and it was a 3-month-old pic. So these days everything is so fast paced and so new that I think we sometimes are always looking for the next thing. We never take time to go back and listen to what was great or check out the things that were great. So I think it's a good thing to put some spotlight on some of the things that were historic, for sure.
Agreed. So if I might ask you, who are some of the artists that were inspiring for you? And I feel like 50 is on your list. I feel like I heard a lot.
50. Come on, we're from New York. Hell yeah. 50's definitely there. Biggie for sure. I loved Biggie growing up. Loved Nas. I loved lyricists, to be honest. I loved, actually, my favorite rapper of all time was Lloyd Banks.
Really?
Lloyd Banks.
I was saying to someone the other day how much I felt Lloyd Banks was underrated, because I felt like he had a chance.
He's the most underrated rapper ever.
Yeah, when G Unit was going, and he had that ability, similar to how I feel about the game, but it never got to that pinnacle that I feel it should have.
Right.
So, okay. Lloyd Banks. Who else?
Lloyd Banks. I also love Waka Flocka. Waka was my guy. Gucci Man. Man, who else that I really like? So I love Dr. Dre. I used to love Dr. Dre when I was little. I love Dr. Dre. Mace and Puffy and all that, you know, definitely coming out of New York. But yeah, the G Unit and like D Block era. Also, obviously, I gotta put in D Block, you know, for sure. Jada, you know, the big homie, Styles P, Sheik Luch, all
I
those
feel
guys.
like Kiss has been just putting out these slapping projects and albums.
Yeah,
like,
he has. He actually just put out a new project, you know,
as
definitely.
if he still has something to prove. Like, I've been enjoying it. I'm loving the fact that, you know, rappers that we looked up to, hip hop legends, they don't feel the need to stop making music because
Yeah. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to still be able to enjoy their music. You know, it kind of sucks to have it. It would suck to have it stop, especially being a fan of it. So I think, you know what? And Jada's been really coming out with a lot of stuff. I think he started coming out with more. You know what? Last year, the past 2 years, stop projects from their camp. Styles P kept putting out a lot of projects by himself. He did the Beloved tape with Dave East. He was doing, you know, project after project. So I think Jada just started coming in like, yo, I need to come in strong now. He's coming in hot. He's been dropping projects and singles and hot music for sure. So
I feel like those are the people that I feel genuinely, you could tell they love hip hop. Like, it wasn't just
right
to get bread, but they genuinely love the art and the craft of it.
Right.
When it comes to your creative style and your process to putting songs together, like, what is that like for you? Do you need a beat first, or do you usually write on your own and then find beats to like go ahead? What is your process like?
To be honest with you, I've changed processes as I go along. I feel like I develop as an artist. So I've had moments where like when I first started, I was writing songs, and it depended, because there was sometimes that something just came to mind and I thought it would sound good on a beat, so I'd write it and then find a beat to put on. But a lot of the times I would find a beat first, I'd really like the beat, and then I would try to listen to it till I caught an idea that I thought would sound good. And then I would just come up with it, write my idea, go to the studio, lay it down. And then it started coming to the point where I felt like that was good, but I had tried doing a few songs more freestyling my ideas. So when I was freestyling my ideas, I felt like I had way more feeling and vibe to it. Like the other song, I could be describing a heartbreak, right? But when I'm laying down that song, because I already been kind of rehearsing it and stuff like that, it doesn't sound as heartbroken. You see what I'm saying? But if I really got my heart broken that day and went to the studio the next day or something, right? Or that day, and I did it off the vibe of how I really felt, you really felt it through the song. So I started doing songs now where it's just really off of the vibe. I really don't even pick many beats ahead of time. Like, I kind of just go to the studio with whoever I go with. You know, whether there's 5 people there or 25 people there, I just say, hey, listen, let's play a few beats, and whatever everybody's vibing to the most, that's what we're leaving on. That's what we're going to leave on, and I'm going to come up with any ideas. If anybody else in the studio has ideas, you know, tell me your ideas. We're going to all put this together, and we're going to make a banger. You know what I'm saying? If I come out the booth and somebody thinks, you know, one line needs to be changed, I'm going to change that line, because it's, for me, it's like putting together a pot of food, right? I could be a great chef, and you and 5 other people could come over my house and eat today, right? And you guys could think that the food was good. But say if you thought it needed a little more salt, your friend thought that it needed a little bit of spice, this person thinks it just needed a little bit of garlic. By the time I added every little thing, right, now you guys thought that that dish that was good is great. And that's my mentality. I'm not just trying to make good music. I want to make great music. So that's kind of my process. And that's how I go off of it. It's definitely off of a vibe. And I definitely do it for a passion. You know, like, of course, it would be nice to make money off of something you love, but I do it because I love it. You know?
I asked someone this question the other day, so I'll just shoot it over to you as well. When it comes to the internet and everything that's going on, do you feel like if the internet didn't exist, that 151 Shadow or 151 Bull Gang would still be able to pave a way in the music industry?
1000%. Nothing was gonna stop us. Nothing was gonna ever stop us.
Because eras where we have, you know,
it didn't matter. Even if I needed to walk the streets in order to let people know that, I was gonna do it. I've had to pave my way with plenty of other things before, so that wasn't something that was gonna stop me. Internet wasn't nothing. I don't know if you can hear me, but
The connection went out a little bit, but I missed the last part of what you said there.
Oh, I was saying, no, I think that no matter what, there wasn't anything that was gonna make or break me or make or break us.
Yeah.
We were gonna make our way no matter what, because like I said, when there's a will, there's a way. So no matter what,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my way. You know, as long as I can, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna take no for an answer, and I'm not gonna say that something was gonna make or break me. I need to be able to make me. Nothing else should make me or break me. So even if there's not a certain outlet, if you really want something, you're gonna find whatever other channels you gotta, navigate through in order to get to the, destination.
Okay, so for myself, and I'm sure probably a lot of females could probably relate to this. I love when my favorite, like I could say gangster rapper or more hardcore rappers, they come out with tracks dedicated towards the females, or like how Davies has done Perfect or Dirty Secret,
Right, yeah.
or obviously 50 Cent has 21 Questions or Smile. So do you see, I was looking for that track for that track from you, but I have not, maybe I missed it, but I have not seen it yet. Do you see yourself giving the females a sexier track, or is it going to be hardcore for like the next?
To be honest, I have tracks in the bag. I have a few for the ladies, but it seems like what people really kind of like check for me is the harder music, because it's funny. I've had that struggle going back and forth with my own music, where like when I first got into it, I was more concerned with making hard music because that's what I like. I wanted to make hard music, but then I noticed that I actually did some of the melodized songs pretty well, and and I could definitely talk to the ladies, but at the same time, I feel like even when I give that, and I could give a really good song, I think that people think that my harder music is just more captivating for them. So this is what they really check for most. But I definitely have some stuff to drop. So definitely, ladies, stay on the lookout. We got something for you.
Looking forward to it.
We got something for the ladies.
If you had like some producers, your ideal list, your wish list of producers that you would love to collab with, whether you know them or not, who would be on your list?
I'd say Axel Beats. He's out of the UK. He's doing a lot of the
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, the New York drill stuff. He did a single with Drake recently called War. I would like to do some of Axel's beats. Yamaka. Who else? I would say Scott Storch if I say one of the big names. Scott Storch, Swiss Beats. Who else? Pharrell. Like, I want to go for those people that I could do something different with, not just the same things that I've already done or that I usually do. Although I would love to do things with, the people that do, like I said, the harder music, but at the same time, like a Pharrell would be, I think, really cool. Things like that. Scott Storch.
Versatility is key, and you never know who can bring what out of you. So it's very good to like shop around and see, what sounds you can come up with and ideas flow, right? So
right, for sure.
That's a dope list. I really like that list a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. So I also want to ask you, in terms of like being in New York, do you care about the whole, oh, it's from the South, I rep New York, or like, are you just like music is music? How do you?
Yeah, I'm not discriminatory on music. I think that sounds ignorant. I'm not gonna discriminate. I think that I show love for every region, and I think every region has really dope artists. I want to see everybody win, so I'm definitely not gonna down anything. I actually love the down south hip hop, down south rap. I was early on that scene. I was liking a lot of the Atlanta artists early on, and the artists out of Texas and stuff like that. And I always liked some of the West Coast music. So I've always liked a little bit of everything, even the Florida music. I lived in Florida when I was, younger for like 6 months when I was like really young. Yeah. So I had even like, that was in my late, teenage years, like right after high school. So I was in tune with like the Florida artists and stuff like that early on too. So yeah, no, I think I embrace everything. I think that there's music, really hot music that comes out of every region. But of course, I am a New York dude, so of course, I love New York style hip hop, but at the same time, I like everything, and I like to be diverse. I think you gotta have an open mind. It's good to have an open mind to things.
I'm biased, so I want to know what your Toronto list looks like. Are there artists that you maybe seen or heard of from Toronto that you're like, this is someone dope that I
honestly, one of my boys talks to Pressa Armani.
Na 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 na.
Yeah, so we actually have talked about doing records before. That's a possibility for sure. That you could see a record coming from me and Pressa Armani in the future. Because you know we definitely are affiliated with a lot of the same people. I mean, of course, I love Tory Lanez. Love Tory Lanez. I think Tory is awesome. You know, like, who can pass on Drake? You know, he's probably the biggest hip hop artist in the world. You know, so of course, you know, I think Drake is great. But yeah, I think Pressa Armani. I like Pressa.
I love that Pressa sound because he has a high pitched tone, and you guys kind of along the same scope in terms of topic.
Right.
I'd love to see that. So
yeah, no, I would like to do something. I think that we could do something cool because I think with his sound and my sound, it could sound like pretty diverse. You know, you got two different sounds. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely he's cool. He's cool. Definitely a cool dude. So yeah, definitely. I'm definitely a fan of what goes on up there in Toronto, though.
Yes.
Sure.
That's surprised you're asking me certain questions. I'm like, the thing with Toronto is we've always had New York. We're pretty much like New York in a sense, and
New York for Canada. That's New York for Canada.
Pretty much. So there's so many stories of us growing up, and you go to New York or you spend the summer in New York to see your family. So don't be surprised.
Yeah.
How much is going on over here? So we do have a staple question that we ask here at Downtown. Don't waste no time with negativity. What is a recent or past situation where you felt like it was really negative and you definitely could have went that way, but you chose to stay clear of that negative energy and keep it pushing?
No. Dang wrong.
Okay.
So, negative situation, actually, I had a producer, actually, we were working with for a long time. And honestly, I treated him really well. Took him in like a brother, you know, it was deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a kid that I was willing to put myself in a predicament to get possible bodily harm for. You know what I'm saying? And sticking up for and just doing things on a different level, things that money can't buy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we were bringing him along, and I was treating him really well, you know, treating him like family. In fact, treating him better than me. I would be in front of, you know, big people in this game, and rather than me trying to clout chase or me trying to even play them my music to, you know, have them get acquainted with who I am as an artist or push myself out there, I was quicker to say, oh, let me put on one of your beats for this person. You know, I would be around, I'm affiliated with OTF as well. Lil Durk's DJ Bands is my man.
Yeah.
So say I'm chilling with DJ Bands, before I play a song of myself for him to like or bring back to the people that he associates with, like Lil Durk or whoever else, you know what I'm saying? I would say, hey, listen, put on one of your beats or something, trying to get him out there. You know what I'm saying? And
like a real one, yeah.
Yeah. Like I was trying to put him on. It was to the point where if I talked to anybody and he was with me, I was like, oh, this kid is the next biggest, you know, producer in the game. And I was starting to notice that he wasn't doing the same for me, you know? And that was cool. But when I started separating from him because, you know, he was moving a little different, moving a little weird and stuff like that, and not doing anything to really compensate for the things I was doing with him, at some point, he tried to basically tell me that a bunch of the music we were making, he wanted to try to basically, you know, sabotage the music.
Wow, that's
you know, beats that he might have given me for free in the past. All of a sudden now he's trying to say that he wants, you know, money for these beats. And that's like me saying, hey, listen, I want money for the food that you ate 6 months ago that I bought you a plate for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me and him, we had just fell out a little bit, but we had a lot of music together. Now I'm thinking no matter what, you should still want to see me win. And if I win, you win if we're doing music together. You know what I'm saying? If I have a song, even if I didn't give you nothing up front for that, if that song goes ahead and makes $1 million, right, you're going to get your percentage off of it. Right? That's a given no matter what. You're going to get paid. So I'm looking at it like, I know I want to make it. So if I'm going to make it, even if I'm not talking to you, I got enough love for you that I want you to get paid. Because I want to make $1 million off that. And you're going to get paid off that. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up actually kind of making it seem to me as if he didn't want to be on my project though. So when because he was basically saying that he wanted me to come back and, you know, do other things for these beats that he had already negotiated and given me. And I had already laid stuff down on. He, you know, this was like just it was a crazy situation. The kid was just pulling some Indian given stuff. Like, I don't know, it was really weird. So now, my tape comes out. When my tape came out, I had taken him off of it. All right, I didn't actually use any of his beats, and but the kid went and put a copyright infringement claim. All right, so 2 days after my tape was out, it gets taken down from Apple, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. And I was in a predicament where I could have turned that very negative. There's a kid that I don't know him just from over the internet, and he's in UK, and I can't do nothing. He lives 15 minutes from me, so I can make something happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I could have definitely done something to make the situation turn into something negative. But honestly, I value my future, and I didn't want to put myself in a bad predicament. And I just ended up actually having to negotiate with him. Basically, the kid wanted this what type of bum shit this kid was on. The kid wanted $150, all right, to have the rights to 2 beats that I had a D Block producer remake.
What?
Right? Now, mind you, when we remade them, they didn't have nothing of the original beats. So the kid had no copyright infringement claim, actually. But just because he made the claim, they took it down. I would have had to bring him to court to fight this. I didn't have the time to not have my music up. I had just had it up. So I don't have the time to fight this in court for a year, 2 years, to try to get this back up. I wanted it up immediately. So if you wanted $150, all right, you got it, bro. $150, we're going to make a contract, sign it, and do the paperwork the right way. And
I just want to give you a quick heads up. Sorry, I just want to give you a quick heads up. We have 40 seconds left. Is it okay with you if I call you back when it shuts down and we continue, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm loving the energy. I'm loving having this game and these keys from you. So it's totally up to you.
Yeah, we cool with it.
Yeah, so you went to court. You could have brought him to court.
No, I could have brought him to court, but I didn't want to do all that. I think it would have taken too long, and I wouldn't have had my music up. I needed my music up immediately because I had people that were really looking for it at the time, and the tape was getting good traction just off the first 2 days. So wow. I just paid him. I paid the money, and
We back. Hello everyone.
I like
We're
it.
back in here. Sorry about that. You guys.
No, all good.
Did you catch that word?
What?
Oh, you missed it. It's too. I said
sorry,
the trees
sorry.
guy is tripping.
Oh.
Yeah, but that is some crazy shit that you were talking about. Those of you that are just jumping in, Shadow was just letting us know about a really negative situation. I don't even think I could have been like that. Hurts me when it's especially the people that you vouch for.
Oh yeah, I did more than vouch for this kid. I fed him.
Connor McGregor.
This kid's a fool.
Hey, but that is like, was there any positive out of that came out at the end, or?
The positivity that came out of that was to learn to just be careful who you give what to, because sometimes people bite the hand that feeds, and not only that, it also taught me to do paperwork. Always do paperwork. Anybody you do anything with in this business, you better do paperwork. That's it.
Like nothing matters until you have that black and white facts.
Paperwork. Get your paperwork done. Everything you're gonna do your paperwork. That's my advice to any upcoming artists and stuff like that. Don't think that just because you're cool with these people, everything is all good. Make sure that everything is legally binded. Get that paperwork done.
I definitely had those lessons as well. So
yeah, definitely.
But I feel like I was discussing with somebody. Are you seeing me? I was discussing with someone else. You kind of, even though we don't really want to go to that shit and we rather not have these scars, what makes us into who we are, and what makes our brand or our passion stronger than they ever were, because you have these stories that all sum up to put you in position where you are now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Big facts.
Yeah,
big facts. You got to learn. You gotta take any negative situation, you got to learn your lesson from it. You know, don't take it as a loss. Take it as a lesson.
Facts.
Always learn a lesson from everything. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't learn a lesson, you know, you didn't get, you didn't get none out of it. You know, I'm not trying to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, you know? So, you know, that'll just set me back farther. So, but that was a situation where, like I said, I learned that I should have been looking out for myself when I was giving more to other people. You know what I'm saying? But that's my mentality. That's the way I've always been. I'm a very generous person. I'm giving. I work hard to get a lot, but not to just have it for myself. I'm not a selfish person. I work hard to have a lot and then give it to everybody that I'm around. You know what I'm saying?
And it sucks because the people that are always like that, that's when people feel they can try, and it's not that way. They take like the kindness, but you know, people who are really trying to be in leadership and they know what those positions are like, you're supposed to want to be able to put everyone else around you. Like there's no point if you're just doing it selfishly for yourself. Then that fall, when you fall, is gonna be a very lonely, hard fucking fall. You know?
That's fact. That's a fact. Yeah, no, for sure. I wanna enjoy things with people. That's always been the way I've been. I want to enjoy everything with people. I want to enjoy it with the people that I love. So, you know, I've never. It's funny. I don't even like going to like the mall by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go shopping by myself. I want to go, you know, with my people. I want to go enjoy it with my people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
everything I do.
What do you have like? Would you know those some? How do I say this properly? Some artists, they are known to have way too big of an entourage with them at all times. And sometimes it becomes too much. Would you say you fall into that category, or you know when and whom now to kind of like bring with you to certain things and it doesn't cross that way? Or like
we try to my back. We try to, you know, I don't know. We try to keep tight tight crew, but at the same time, everybody that's around me, even if I got a big entourage, they're all like family. I don't have nobody around me that's not family. Everybody around me is straight family. So if you see them with me, that's fam. You know what I'm saying? If we got to pick together, that's fam. If not, they ain't around me. So whether I'm with 20 people or I'm with 2 people, just know that we solid. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have friends. I got family. You know, if you either you're family or you're an acquaintance. I don't really have friends.
Yeah.
You know?
So then how do you where do you see like what is the vision for 151 Shadow? What is the vision, like, if you don't mind sharing, like what is some of the vision you have? Where do you see this going for you guys? Are you just gonna keep putting up projects, or are you looking into, you know, getting onto different platforms and showcasing a different side of yourself when you get to a certain point? Like what is the goal?
All that. So definitely more projects with the music. We definitely want to make more noise with the music. We're trying to take over this game, to be honest. Taking over this music game is the #1 goal first off. That's what we're going to do first. We're going to take over this music game. And then after we do that, I think we want to branch out into other things. You know, I would definitely like to get into like acting and stuff like that. You know, I think that would be really cool. I would love to, you know, get into other things, whether it was even fashion and stuff like that. I love clothes, and you know, I've always kept up with that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I would love to get into other things as well. You know, we're trying to build an empire. We're not just trying to do one thing. We're trying to go crazy. You know, I got a lot of people to help out and a lot of people that, you know, depend on me and that I want to make things happen. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So we have Gang asking, what new projects could we be accepting from Shadow?
Oh, okay. Definitely be looking out for a new tape coming within the next maybe I'd say 2 months. You know, it would be sooner. This quarantine has really been holding things up, but we're trying to put out another video. We got another video. We actually had one book to do with Spike Tarantino again. Yeah, we were gonna do that for a song "Run It Up" that was on my tape actually.
Yeah.
And we were gonna do that video and put that out, and then we were gonna get on to putting out the first video from the next project.
Okay.
So
that is exciting, and like it's so beautiful to me that like the people that, you know, are putting action behind what they say they want to do, because that's the most important part. A lot of people can talk, but you need that action behind what you're doing. Like faith without works is dead, as
facts.
People would say, right? So I want to ask
Right.
you. I'm already kind of not being as serious as I should be, but I want to ask you, what is something that people probably don't know about you that you're okay with sharing, or like you'd like to know, because you have to build a fan base. That's part of the artistry. Gangster shit is all cool, right?
Yeah.
But you know, what do you like to eat? What do you like to like? What is one of your favorite shows? Like,
you know what? Actually, my favorite show of all time is The Sopranos. In fact, that's one thing. If people want to know something, every night before I go to sleep, I fall asleep to watching old episodes of Sopranos. Every night. Literally every night of my life. That's how I fall asleep. I love The Sopranos. What else is something that maybe I like that people wouldn't know? Yeah, I like to eat everything. Yeah, I have a very open mind when it comes to like foods and stuff like that. Very open minded.
Okay, what is one of the craziest foods you've ever tried? Like, you know, sometimes you watch those shows, mans are eating like octopus and shit. Like, what is something crazy that you probably
crazy. I eat a lot of different stuff. So I've had frog legs. What else have I had? I've had frog legs. I think I've had rabbit before. I think I had like ostrich stew one time.
What was that like?
That was different. I was young, but that was different. Like I was like, but yeah, no, I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to foods from all sorts of ethnicities and stuff like that. As long as it tastes good, I'm with it. So I've always definitely been cool with that. Definitely been cool with that.
Do you possibly know your way around the kitchen at all, or you just?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, I've had to cook. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of me. If not, nobody else is gonna take care of me. So I gotta make sure I'm good.
A lot of men out here just having pizza for dinner.
No. Listen, I know how to cook. You know, I know how to throw it down for sure. You know, I'm making all sorts of stuff: shrimp, lamb chops, steak, whatever. You know, chicken, barbecue chicken.
All right.
Fish. Make some salmon. Make some good salmon and spinach with garlic or something. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely cook. Sometimes, you know, if anybody's, you know, following me and stuff like that, once in a while you can see me showcase a little something that I might have made online, you know, on Instagram. You might see it on a story or something, you know, once in a while.
I love that. So what is like maybe a recent album or a project besides yours that, you know, you're fucking with right now, you're listening to, that you feel like this is something that's hitting for you right now? Like, personally, I could say for me, one of my favorite 2020 albums so far, hands down, which you probably wouldn't expect from me, is West Side Gun's new project. It's my favorite album so far.
Oh wow, okay.
Like the fact that you even open a project with a skit. Like, I don't know if you listen to that project or you're into Griselda at all, but I feel like we only listen to 151 Shadow. Yes, but you know, we also need to let other people know that we're hearing them. So what is, just even if it's a song that you feel like, okay, this isn't you, but it's something that you're bumping that gets you in a good mood, or, you know, something that you're going on COVID-19 and how we've been holding up. They talk to their dogs, their actual pet dog. But you know what? I know someone that's like that. I know people that are like that, like on some real shit, like murderers and like, you know, the real serious people where they really can't tell nobody else. Like, they talk to their pets on some real shit, not even trying to be funny. So, you know, what kind of trees are you smoking today?
Rockstar OG.
Okay.
Rockstar OG.
New York trees can't touch Toronto trees, but Rockstars.
Whoa. Okay.
Y'all got those grass leaves out there, but you know.
Yeah, no, we got something. We got a little something.
Yes, but I was saying to everyone, I definitely wanted to see what's going on and really have that good conversation with you and not just end it off like that. So I'm happy you made it back in. Is there anything that you want to ask, like me, or a topic that you kind of want to get on that?
Honestly, I wanted to just, you know, let everybody know that, you know, I do have that debut project out, you know, so go listen to it, you know. Definitely check out my debut tape, Taking Off, 151 Shadow, Taking Off. It's on every big platform, you know, you can find it on that you might have for streaming, whether it's Tidal, you know,
Big
Spotify,
title.
Apple Music, all that, Amazon Music, anything. And also look out for any future music, you know, follow me on the gram too, you know what I'm saying? Check me out, you know what I'm saying? We here to make some noise. You
So
know
I
what I'm
want to ask,
saying?
I did notice that your project was, I believe it was 7 tracks.
6, I think.
6, yeah, it was 6.
Yeah, six,
Why did
six.
you decide to go so short? Was that on purpose?
Yeah,
Because you did say you have, more work to put out.
yeah, that's a fact.
Mr. T Ford, he did answer that question
Collabs
earlier,
coming?
but
Yeah, yeah, we definitely got
feel
some
free.
collabs coming.
Yeah.
Expect us. I got some coming with Fetty Luciano from GS9 as well. Um, who else we got coming up? We got a few other things. We got some people. Tune in. Um, actually, I got collabs with Sosa Geek, who actually just did a song with Fabio Foreign and Drake. All right, so he's on my tape. I got Bino from 804 Inside, which is also one of Fabio's, you know, associates. That's somebody who's under him, Fabio Foreign. So expect more collabs coming from, you know, 804 Inside and GS9 and stuff like that for sure. Definitely from your boy Bron out the Bronx, you know, that's my little bro. Um, you know, obviously, you know, you can expect, you know, to see my brother on you know, more tracks too as well. Of course, you know, Bully Gang, that's always gonna be there for sure. Um, I got my boy King Kev Smooth actually on a record. That's a collab coming. Um, and my man Jigga Man Glow.
That's a dope
So
name, Jigga Man Glow.
yeah, yeah,
I
they
heard
dope, man. They dope. They out of Yonkers. They're out of Yonkers. Yeah, so I definitely got some collabs coming, and then yeah, just stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. You'll definitely be seeing some hot collabs for sure.
so
Hot collabs.
for me as well, being a female on this side, and obviously it's a male dominated industry, and
Right.
you have Ebro, you have Charlemagne, but you also have the Angie Martinez's of the game and things like
Right.
that. I want to know from you, what is your female wish list? You know, I hear a
Ooh.
lot of guy names, but if you had some female artists, no, it's music, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it can't be a balls fest forever. So who are
Um,
the female artists that you would love to work with on a project, whether it's singing and rapping, that you feel you can make some dope music with? Your wish list.
all right, now if I tell you people that I feel like are outside the box,
I'm with
um,
that.
I'm gonna give you a few that I would say outside the box than what I would say would be considered in the box.
Okay.
Um, outside the box, Adele.
Ooh.
Adele, sleeper, right? Nobody would have expected that.
Ooh.
Adele for sure. And who else? I'd say Adele, Alicia Keys.
Love Alicia. That
Love
track
Alicia Keys.
21, I really love that track. So that would be a dope.
She's really dope. I would give it to Adele, Alicia Keys. And for a third one, maybe outside the box. You know what? And I'm gonna say this for somebody actually who tries to put me on to this. Ariana Grande.
She she can sing.
Yeah,
She can
so
fucking
I would
sing.
love to say
So
Beyonce also, but I feel like, you know, everybody says Beyonce too, so but I'll say Beyonce. Of course, I
that's
would want
okay.
Beyonce.
Like,
I would love to say I just feel like that's a cliche answer. A lot of people are gonna give that, but I would love Beyonce too. But now for inside the box, like more hip hop artist wise, um, I would like to do. I love Remy Ma. She's like one of my favorite female artists.
is it just
Um,
me before you continue? Is it just me, or do you feel like ever since she came out, she's not like, I feel like she should have been so much further, because I'm a Remy Ma fan, like to the day I die. Like, I was
yeah,
with her when she had the miscolored bangs, like love her style, love her cadence, like
right.
she just destroys beats. Like,
Yeah, yeah, she kills it. I think Remy Ma is super dope. Like one of the best female artists out. I would love to work with who else was I gonna say? I was gonna say, oh, Cardi B for sure. Come on, New York, stand up. Cardi
old
B,
Cardi or new Cardi?
either. Go crazy. Give me either one.
All
Let's
right.
get ratchet on them. Let's get
Right?
ratchet with it.
I like
That's how I
rapping
want
Cardi.
Cardi B. I want to get ratchet with Cardi.
Yeah.
Let's make a ratchet like anthem. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. She
Um,
did a really crazy one with what was that guy? I don't want to forget his name. It wasn't G-Eazy. It was a guy before me. He's out in New York. And I
okay,
really
okay.
love his sound. I know you probably know who I'm discussing. Um,
Who,
but he had the whole Fresher. Was it
oh,
Fresher?
Fresher.
There was a track. No, that guy. Don't you? Oh, what's that guy's name? It's gonna bug me, but she had a smash with him.
Okay.
And I really love his sound. I haven't heard much of him, and I know, you know, for a lot of artists, it's hard right now. It's you can't go out, do no shows. How are you gonna get bread right now? You can't go to the studio if you don't have a home studio. So, you know, I am praying for a lot of the creatives out there for you guys to just be able to get it together and give us more art.
Right. Yeah, I think Meg Thee Stallion would be cool too.
Yeah.
Meg Thee Stallion would be real cool. Who else would be cool?
I fucks with Cash Doll.
Yeah, Cash Doll would be a real dope feature too. Cash Doll would be cool. Man, who else? Who else would I like to work
Would you do
with?
it like a Tier, a Whack, or like, you know,
Yeah.
Rhapsody, one of those hardcore?
Yeah, definitely. I think that would be super dope. Like, I'm not opposed to doing any of those. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some people in the game that, not that I would want to offend anybody, that I might think that maybe our music or our sounds don't really go together as well. So maybe it's not the best move. But at the same time, yeah, Cash Doll would be dope. But yeah, Rhapsody, I would love to get into lyrical exercise with Rhapsody.
Oh,
we could do lyrical exercise. Yeah, and I'm cool with that. I like that because when I do records with people, you know, I feel like I definitely, you know, I get into a different zone than I do on my own. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a friendly competition thing. You know what I mean?
So
and not only that,
if you like could say what you felt personally were one of your best verses or 16s that you've wrote where you were like, I really like this right here is the verse I got to top personally for like yourself, because everyone obviously it's opinion based. I can say what I like from you, others can say, but like personally, what do you feel was that standard, or is that standard for you that you're like, this is that verse that?
Yeah. Honestly, one of my real good verses I liked a lot is off of the song "Hottest in My City" on my tape. "Hottest in My City" featuring my bro Axe.
Is that the one with,
Baby A?
And there was a track you had another girl named Mimi.
Yeah, okay. I had
she ate that track. I don't know who
Oh,
that
Run
is.
It Up. Yeah, no, Mimi kills tracks.
She ate that
I
track.
had her on, yeah, Run It Up. I like my verse on there too, but I like my verse a lot on on Hottest in My City. I had the second verse and I felt like I killed it. Like I came in just like making a statement and left it making a statement. Like
Definitely.
I like that verse a lot. I went hard.
Yeah. That, and as I'm biased, the Wasn't Fair track are the ones where I feel like,
yeah, Wasn't Fair was dope too. Wasn't Fair was cool too.
You're tapping in and playing with, you know, your cadence a bit and trying to give like more. That brings me to my next question though. When it comes to content rap and having like meaning in your lyrics versus like the In the Club records where you know that would more run in a party and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like how do you feel about those types of tracks? Are you trying to steer more to one direction, or you're still trying to keep a balance?
Balance. I think, and the thing is, people think that balance means 50-50. I think people sometimes don't look beyond the meaning of things. I look beyond the face value of things. So for me, I think, you know, one of my like theories in life is that for things to, you know, coincide in harmony, there needs to be a certain balance. But I mean 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Balance can mean the right balance with something could be 90-10 with something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to find my right balance, but at the same, like I'm still finding my right balance with that. But I do love giving heartfelt music. But at the same time, I do a lot of the vibey stuff where like I just go in the stew and while out that day, and I'm just giving that lifestyle type of rap, like how that In the Club song was or Run It Up is. But I love giving the Wasn't Fairs too. You know, the songs like that where I'm really giving you my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you how I really feel and the hardships that I go through and things like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I do have one more question, which is another staple question
Excuse me.
here at Downtown. So we do have the 4 elements. You have fire, water, air, and earth.
Right.
Which one do you choose? Which one do you resonate with the most, and why?
Fire, water, air, and earth. Ooh. Fire. Fire.
Why do
Fire.
you resonate with fire the most?
Because I'm the hottest in my city. We
I
hot.
feel
We
you.
burning it up. We definitely turn up the temp. We turn up the temperature.
Yeah.
We the hottest in the city. I resonate with fire more. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I like the water. We wavy. We wavy too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we hot. I think we definitely have created a wave, and we have a wave, and it's dope to be wavy. But we the hottest. Like I know that I'm the hottest over the waviest. I'm the hottest.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you seem like a very focused man. You know, you
Definitely.
guys have your shit organized, and you know, I'm excited to see what comes out. Know that you have a friend in downtown, so
Thank
whenever
you. Thank you. Same here. If you're
that
ever in
needs
New York and you
anything,
need anything, reach out. Don't
don't
hesitate. You
tell
know
me
we got
that.
you.
Don't tell
No,
me
for real.
that.
Listen, whenever you're out here, listen, keep in touch for sure. You know, whenever you
Yeah.
need some, reach out. Like, don't hesitate. You know, definitely. One hand washes the other, and both wash the face. I'm
Facts.
definitely thankful
I
that
like
you
that.
even. No, definitely. And I'm like I said, I'm very appreciative. I'm thankful that you know you even gave me the opportunity to use your platform and that we could have a conversation and you know
And I love
talk
meeting.
about things.
I love to interact with people like yourself because I'm pretty sure for those who are going to watch this further on, maybe on the website or watching it right now live,
Right.
it's like there's a lot of things that they probably learned about you. We're looking at you, they wouldn't have known, right? So
Right.
it's great to have these moments to just show people that you can't judge a book by its cover, you
For
know?
sure.
And
For
I
sure.
definitely love the fact of how just confident you are and resilient you are, and just
Thank you.
knowing that, you know, as long as
Yeah.
it's here, like you can do it. You got it. Like no one can steer
Definitely,
you
definitely not. Very,
from
very motivated. And like I said, I'm thankful that you gave me the opportunity so I could let people see more of who I am beyond the music and beyond, what they just see on an Instagram. They could really get more in tune with the person that I am. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I could, touch somebody in that way too, and gain some people's attention or some fans, by giving them my personality and who I am, beyond the music, for sure. So I'm
so,
glad that you at least gave me an opportunity to speak on the things that we spoke on today for sure.
thank you. And as I said before, happy birthday again. I know it's your
Oh
birthday.
my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much
And
for wishing me a happy birthday.
blessings for life. I'm always gonna tell someone whether I love them, hate them, like blessings to you for another year of life.
No, same to
Um,
you. Same to you. Thank you so
thank
much.
you. And because in the spirit of funness and to end off the live, as I mentioned before, I have been doing a game night on my personal page.
Yes.
That is happening tonight, and things do get a little bit crazy. But if
Okay.
you're up for it, I would love to ask you 2 questions from that game
Okay.
to see where your mind is at.
Let's do it.
Now, should I go really nasty and weird, or
Okay.
should I calm it down a bit? How are you feeling?
Go
Have you
crazy.
taken any shots yet?
No, I haven't. But go crazy. Go crazy.
All right. So, first question, just because, you know, I have a weird brain,
Go crazy. Don't worry about it. Let's entertain the people.
would you rather cut off your 2 thumbs or
Okay.
cut off a baby's foot?
Damn, man, that's fucked up. That's, uh, damn, man, that's really messed up. My thumbs are the baby's foot. If I don't know this baby, I'm sorry. You're gonna be a one-footed baby. My bad.
To be honest, you're not the first one to at the
I feel bad for
hospital.
this baby. I'm sorry, baby.
They won't know life technically.
Yeah, like
They'll
I'm
only know
sorry.
life with the 1 foot, you know?
I'm sorry for that baby. But you know what? I will use my thumbs to try to make as much money as I could and definitely get that baby a prosthetic foot. All right.
That's some real shit. I
All right.
fucks
I'm gonna try to hold that baby down.
I fucks with that. All right, last one. Would you rather Sorry. Ooh, which one should I give? I gave you that one. All right, I'll be nice. I'll be a little nice. I'll end off on a nice note. Would you rather be die but come back as a fly, or when you pass you cease to have ever existed? So that means if you die, you'd be reincarnated as a fly, or you die and no one would even know, like, you died, that you were ever on this planet.
I'd rather be reincarnated as a fly.
Yeah. Why do you choose that?
Because I would like I'd rather have my name live on, you know? I'd rather have my name live on and have my memory live on, you know? That's what I do a lot of the things I do it for, you know? I do it to make an impact. The things that I do, when I try to make the music I try to be great at it because I want to be a legend. I want to go down a legend. I want to make noise and something so much that they got to talk about me for generations to come. So I think, you know, that other option would defeat the purpose of everything that I try to do and everything I believe, to be honest. I would rather come back as a fly, and, you know, that's okay. So what? Not in every, you know, that's one thing people don't know sometimes, how to, like, you know, assume different positions and get in different positions. Not in every setting, you're not going to always be the king. I want to be the king everywhere, you know, trust me. And in my domains, I am king. Right. In my domains, I'm king. So in my kingdom, I'm king. But when I go into something else, there's times that I got to pay the respect to what it is and know that I play my role in that castle. You see what I'm saying? I got my own castle. I do what I do with. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's also somebody who understands power or has power is going to understand that sometimes you got to give power too. You got to respect power in order to be able to get it.
That's the real,
you know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people have that mentality. You know, too many people out here these days, everybody wants to be a boss without being a worker. No, but you're not going to know how to be a great boss if you couldn't be a great worker. You need to, you know how to put in the footwork to get to different places. And people forgot that type of mentality. People think that, you know, you wake up tomorrow, you're a big boss, or overnight you get rich. It's like, no, it takes putting in footwork and, you know, really showing dedication and, you know, to the things that you want to, the things you want to do. And that's my mentality, you know. I want to be a legend. So
love that mentality. Keep spreading that mentality. Wish you all the best on your born day. Big ups to 51 Bully Gang. You guys earned my love and my respect tonight.
Thank you very much.
And keep in contact.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. You too. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the time.
You enjoy the rest of your quarantine and stay safe.
You quarantine and stay safe as well. And
yeah, stay safe and healthy.
And take a lot more shots tonight.
Yeah, we going crazy tonight. We gonna turn it up tonight.
You don't have anywhere to go. You just need to make it up the stairs.
Yeah, we gonna be cooler. We gonna be safe at home, just while out, you know?
All right, blessings, Shadow. Have a great night.
Thank you.
No problem.
Bye.